Hey everybody, it's Melody. Sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. I made one video week after my surgery, and I never could get the thing to upload, and then I watched it and I thought, well, this isn't very exciting anyway, because I was like really tired and blah. So anyway, I never did post it. But anyway, this is my almost 5-week pre-op, almost 5 weeks. And so I'm just going to run through my numbers for you. April 10th is when I started my 2-week liquid pre-op diet, and I weighed 243.9, and so during that 2 weeks, 2 weeks from then was my surgery date, which was April 24th. And on that morning, I weighed 231.5, so I lost 12.4 pounds in those 2 weeks. Then, 1 week pre-op, no, post-op, 1 week post-op, 1 week after my surgery, I weighed 222.5, which was 9-pound loss the first week. And then on May 8th was my second week post-op. I weighed 222.2, so I only lost 0.3 pounds that week. Then on May 15th, I weighed in at 216.6, which was a 5.6 pound loss, so that was good. And then this past Thursday, which was May 22nd, I weighed in at 215 on the dot, which was a 1.6 pound loss. And then as of this morning, which today is Tuesday, May 27th is today, and I've lost 1.3 since Thursday. So that's exactly a 30-pound loss, which is good. Had a bunch of little losses, but I'm hoping that picks back up. The first week, well, let me just say, while I was in the hospital, I had very little pain. Of course, I was majorly drugged up. They gave me Dilaudid, which is wonderful for the pain. It makes it non-existent, but I was so tired, I just could not, I couldn't function. And I was so sick, and I don't know if it was the Dilaudid. I'm thinking it was probably the combination of the Dilaudid and the anesthesia, but I was so sick, like, I had my surgery that morning, starting that afternoon, I was just so sick, and I was throwing up, and they were pumping me full of Phenergan, and pumping me full of Zofran, and I was just still throwing up, and the next day I was throwing up, and so they ended up doing, they had stopped, I had said in one of my previous videos that my doctor had stopped doing the barium swallow the next morning because it really wasn't, I don't know why, but anyway, they had quit doing that, so I was really excited about it. Well, since I was so sick, they wanted me to go ahead and do it, so I went and did it, and everything was fine. Of course, I was throwing up even more after that, and they decided to keep me another night, so they did. So I had my surgery on Thursday morning. By Friday morning at 4 a.m. they came in to give me more pain medicine. So it wasn't, but maybe like 18 hours later, and I told them I didn't want any more pain medicine, so I wanted to quit being sick. So I said I just want all that out of my system. So I didn't have any more pain medicine. Of course, I still had all the anesthesia running, it hadn't left my body yet. But anyway, so still had very little pain. I was just so sick. I just was so sick. But anyway, so I stayed one more night, and then finally by the next day, on Saturday, I was still nauseous feeling, but I wasn't throwing up, so they went ahead and let me go home. And up until then, I hadn't drank but maybe just a few sips of water. I just had no interest in it. All I wanted to do was sleep, because if I was asleep, I wasn't throwing up. So anyway, I drove home 2.5 hours. My husband drove me home, got me home, went straight to bed, slept all night until the next late morning. Got up, and I felt a whole lot better. And so I was trying to drink. Well, my taste buds were so out of whack, that nothing was good. Water was gross. Crystal Light was gross. So I squeezed lemon in my water. Okay, I did that for a little bit. But, I mean, I was lucky to even get in 6 ounces a day. I mean, I just could not. Which they told me when I left the hospital that I'd be good for a day or two because they had pumped me so full of so much fluids. So I really wasn't worried about it. And I mostly just slept anyway. And I didn't get up and walk like I was supposed to. I never did. But I had no gas pain, which is, I know that's really weird, but I had no gas pain. I had a little bit of soreness in my stomach. I mean, not anything bad. I didn't even need, pain medicine or anything. But anyway, I never did get up and walk. I just didn't feel like it. And anyway, by about day 4 or 5, probably day 5, I felt really good. And then all of a sudden, I got really hungry and I wanted to eat. Well, the first 4 or 5 days I was on clear liquids. Then I was allowed to go to full liquids, so I could start drinking protein shakes. So I would try to get in a little bit of that. My husband went and bought me some apple juice. Just regular, like apple juice. It was like whatever. No sugar added apple juice. And my book said that I could dilute that with water and drink it, but I didn't dilute it. That was like the only thing that tasted good, so I just drank it. And that was the only calories I was getting anyway, so I really wasn't concerned. So I did that. Then I would try to get in like a Premier Protein shake. I was trying to just get 1 a day, which I usually could do that. I would just pour a little bit in a cup, sip on that for a few hours, a little bit more to where I could get the whole 30 grams in. So I did that. Then on the 3rd week, I guess, I was allowed on Pureed, which I was so glad because, like I said, I was hungry. I was hungry all the time, and I don't know if it was just, the acid and stuff in my stomach or what, but anyway, I mean, I still am hungry, like, not necessarily hungry, but everything sounds good and everything tastes good. My taste buds are back to normal now, too, by the way, thank goodness. But, anyway, so I started on Pureed foods, did, refried beans. I made a big pot of beans, and I, used my magic bullet and made that, so I lived on that. About half a cup. I think a half a cup is how much I could do, which is like soup. I mean, it was so runny, the beans I made, and then I pureed it, and I added a lot of bean juice to it, so it was real runny. It was like bean soup. Okay, sorry, I ran out of storage, so I had to delete a bunch of junk. Anyway, so so this is probably video too, because I doubt I can connect them, but anyway. So did a lot of that, pureed beans. I got some turkey. We have Wolf brand chili in Texas. I don't know if that's everywhere else. But anyway, it's the best kind of canned chili that I like. And so I got turkey chili with beans. And then I got another one that was like lean beef that did not have beans. And I'd add about an 1/8 of a cup or a 1/4 of a cup of shredded cheese into it. And with a half a cup of the chili. And I lived on that for a while. And then I would do I boiled some eggs. And I'd take the boiled egg and I'd mash it up and put in a little bit of light Miracle Whip. And did that a few times. That was pretty good. So I'm technically still on Pureed, but I just started eating soft. I'm supposed to go to Soft Foods Thursday, but I started doing Soft Foods this past weekend. I just chew it until it's pureed, and I know that I'm not supposed to do that, but I have been. So anyway, I ate the first thing I tried like that. We went to a Mexican restaurant Sunday after church, and my husband gets, it's called Pollo Cozumel. It's like a chicken breast, and it's got mushrooms and cheese and peppers and onions on top of it, and of course it comes with beans and rice and all that junk. Well, I just cut off a little bitty piece, about that. I don't even know if it was probably not even that big. It's probably 2 ounces, maybe not even that much. And cut that up into tiny little pieces on my plate and ate that. And then I just ate maybe 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon or whatever of refried beans. And so I ate that, got it all down. Everything was good. I actually ate a couple tortilla chips. I just would like break it off and I'd break it off and like put it in my salsa until it sort of got soggy, and then I'd eat it. I know I'm not supposed to do that either, but I did. And it was really good. So anyway, then since then I've been eating. I made a homemade pot of chili last night. It's more like, I don't know, we call it chili beans. It has ground turkey. It's got ranch style beans and then 2 cans of ranch style beans, 1 can of kidney beans, which I don't care for kidney beans, but my family does. Then 2 cans of Rotel, and then 1 can of diced tomatoes, and it's 2 pounds of turkey. And so it's really juicier, I guess, than regular chili, and then the chili seasoning in there also. But anyway, so I made some of that, and I made some of that last night. And last night I couldn't even eat half a cup. I put half a cup in my bowl with some shredded cheese on it, couldn't even eat it all. But I made up my little cups of my little lids on them. And so I brought one to lunch, and I ate it earlier, and I ate the whole thing except for maybe I took out like 10 of the kidney beans. I didn't like it, so whatever that equals up to. But anyway, I ate the whole thing, and it was really good and went down good. I just chew it real good, and I put Louisiana sauce in my chili too. And I've had no problems with spicy food. I've had no problems with anything. I mean, oh, someone's here. Hang on.